as requested, we're looking at how do we solve these radical equations graphically. So you're going to find that you might prefer this technique a little bit more because you've actually been working with your TI a lot by now. You're probably a little more comfortable. So let's start off. There's more than one way to go when we solve these graphically. I always recommend the root zero method, mainly because it's less complicated if we have to interpret the graphs. So I'm going to go along with this technique. And if you want to use the intersection method, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that we can try it out and see if we get the same answer. So if I use the root zero method, remember the idea is that we would move everything to one side with zero on the other. So to me, it looks like I can subtract the x from both sides a little nicer. And so this will leave me with 7 minus x to the 1/2 plus 1 minus x now equals 0. So I've got my root 0 going on. This left-hand side of the equation, we will call y1 in our TI. Now you do have options. If you wanted to use the 1/2 power or you wanted to convert it to a square root, totally up to you. I'll show you both just in case. So let's switch over to our TI right away. We have some work from our previous examples. And so I'm going to remind myself that I was looking at 7 minus x to the 1/2 power. So if I wanted to use my fraction, 7 minus x, I'd have to use the exponent key. And if I wanted to use 1/2, I have an exponent key that actually shows as an exponent, but some of the calculators show it with the caret, like the little, what's it called? Looks like a little TP. So be careful if you're doing this technique. You would have to enclose your entire fraction in parentheses. So if you have, maybe it's a TI-83 or maybe an earlier model of a TI-84, you need to make sure you have that taken care of. In this calculator, however, you don't necessarily need the parentheses because you already have it in the exponent, I say visualization right here. So I have this, 7 minus x to the 1/2. Remember, I have the plus 1, I have minus x. I press enter, I'm in a graph. And you notice right away, you're looking for the root, and you actually could probably see it. How are we going to do this? We're going to say second trace, and then we're going to calculate our 0. So we have left bound and right bound. Press enter, and we get our 0, x equals 3. So you can go back, you either can copy and paste, but a lot of times if we're showing work for the root 0 method, we take a little bit of time, draw a quick little graph of how we, what we saw in the TI, and just understand that we found x equals 3. So our solution right away is just a 3. I hope this helps.